So your GPS isn't working on your Waze, and you've got it here at the top. It says no GPS showing approximate location. You've probably tried everything, hopefully you have anyway, as far as turning on your GPS and making sure your location services are okay and give them permission to do what they have to do. And if that still persists and it's not working, you may well have the same sort of problem that I've had. I've just fixed mine, so this is resolved. So I'm going to share with you exactly what I did, and hopefully this is going to help you, and it looks like thousands and thousands of other people. Okay, so what I did, first thing I did was I removed uninstalled the Waze application, and I uninstalled it via the application manager, as opposed to just going into the sort of applications area and hitting uninstalled. I did a proper job. So you go into your application manager and you actually uninstall it completely. Okay, once you've done that, okay, the next thing I did was I went into my phone at the back, and I've already done it now to save a little bit of time. I went through and I unscrewed all these little screws that I got. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's a few all around the edges. You get rid of all of those. Okay. I'll take the battery out. I think I have to take out my memory card to get this off, and then the next stage is literally, I'll try and do it so you can see what I'm doing, but just kind of grab a bit of it. Here it is. I've got one more screw in there, look. Okay, so I'm going to take this out. That'll make it easier. Okay, so this is the important bit. This is what I did. Inside your phone, you've got little contact ports. There's one here, for example, this little gold one here, and I've got a couple here. And also you'll find is this, where the screws actually go in, there's a couple more ports there, but where the screws actually go in, you can see that there's a little bit of gold around it. This is also part of how the phone makes contact with various other parts of your phone. So what I did is I just went around and I cleaned all these. I did it quite sort of harshly, really. I just got a little bit of material over my screwdriver, and I just kind of rubbed all these little areas here, made sure it was nice and clean. Okay, and then what you also have to do is this little case at the top here needs to come off, and you'll find that it's connected to this little connection here that slots in. You'll see how this works when I take it off. You've got to be quite careful with this bit. Obviously you don't want to break anything. Okay, there you go, look. So what you'll find is this little piece here. Now I think personally this may have been the problem, because you'll see a small connection. It's on this little bendy little wire that connects this little port. Okay, and it connects into this part here. And you've got to be careful when you do put this back in, to put it in very carefully and not to force it, because it's got lots of little grooves or lots of little teeth, and each one of those little teeth go into one of these little grooves. Okay, so you've got to be pretty careful at this stage. So as long as you don't force it, you kind of, what I did, and there's, oh, by the way, there's all sorts of ports under here. If you look, and you can see that there's sort of these little gold coloured ports, just give them a little clean and make sure that they're making contact. And what you'll find is underneath, inside the actual frame you've taken out also, you've got these little port covers that also make the connection with the port itself. So keep those clean, and you'll find that that's also on this side. You can see the gold one here, and that'll keep the contacts nice and contacty. Okay, so this now goes back on. Now you have got to be careful with this bit, because you don't want to force this little piece on the top and actually crush it or annihilate it somehow. So you kind of just put this little bit back in first, and this little piece I sort of just feel for it. There you go, and it sort of snapped in there, little click. But I really didn't put much pressure on there at all until it found its own way. Okay, then what we do, after having cleaned all the little ports and being happy with it, is we start putting all this back together, okay? And then once you've done that, you're going to want to start your phone up again, and you're going to want to install Waze again, signing up. Make sure you remember your username and password, and then you should be working. It should be good to go. That was the problem with me. Like I say, I think my problem personally was this little bit here. Yeah, you might be able to relate to the problem, how it started is with me. You know, I was in my car, it started working fine, then it stopped working, then it started working again. It did this a few times, and then all of a sudden it actually just stopped working completely. Now, like many of us, I've dropped my phone a few times, but if you look at this little piece here, this can lift off so easily. And if you just sort of, oops, yeah, see, I love my phone, I treat it so well. Anyway, but you'll find that, you know, you just drop your phone, and all of a sudden this little thing will just come away. Now, I don't know if that has anything to do with what we're dealing with here. I'm just literally, this is what I found I did, and this is what I found worked. So look, I'm not going to waste your time anymore, because you want to do that, put it all back together again, just the opposite that I showed you. Like I say, reinstall Waze. If this has worked for you, give me a thumbs up, because this is going to help other people find this problem, because all I found is people asking about this problem, but no one was coming up with the answer. So look, this is work. This is actually something physical that you can see and do to your phone and make it work. So I wish you all absolute good luck. And like I say, if it works for you, comment, subscribe, and give me the thumbs up.